Next thing, we're going to look at the two requests, inventory transfer request and the purchase request. So let's look at purchase requests first. So under purchasing AP, you have purchase request here. So you have your requester user. Our good friend Lucas is listed as the manager here. You know, which branch you're working at, which department you're working at. You know, your posting date, it's a 30-day after, you know, email. And you can select here to send an email if the PO or goods received PO is added. So that's a nice nice way for the people that were requesting to be notified if their requests were granted. So I'm going to do one. I need, let's say this bubble pack here is out of stock. You can put a required date on the line level as well. So if you have multiple items with multiple requirement dates, you could do so here. In this case, I'm just going to say it's for today, and required quantity is 500. If you wanted to put anything in the remarks saying, you know, I need this for so-and-so, and also I believe that the approval procedures could be used in this case. And of course up here you do have to add the required date as well. All right, if you had any attachments, let's say you wanted to attach a sales order to it to show the proof of, that you need the purchase, do so. So I'm just going to add it. That's as simple as that from the user perspective, from the requester. In order to see them, you can open them, of course, like doing this and using the back arrows. Or you can go under purchasing reports and view the purchase request report. So you have all the selection criteria here. You can go through, you know, if you need to see specific items or specific vendors, you know, from which user. So let's say a manager called up the person in the warehouse and said, hey, I requested, did you see that? And they said no, and then, you know, they can go in here and they can look for users. And of course everything is checked. So it would be Lucas, of course. So that's okay. You can, you know, run the range from document numbers, posting dates, and document dates, and so on. So, you know, there's two checkboxes down here: display open ones only. You could look at closed ones as well if you needed to. And if there was anything through MRP, MRP is called MRP is for resource planning, and it's basically it's something generated in SAP that looks at yeah, your inventory levels. So we're just going to look at open purchase requests only because that's what we just created. So there has been many before here. So you have your PR number, which is the purchase request number. This is one I just created. This number 6 here. Number 5 was one I created earlier. You know, people have been testing before, so these are all checked. So if I want to, I can leave them all checked. You can sort these, expand them, collapse. And in this final create button, I'm going to create purchase order. So now, of course, it wants vendor codes for all these that don't have them. So let's skip that part. Let's just uncheck all these guys. So I'm going to do the 2 Far East imports because I know that they have vendors already attached to them. So I'm going to create purchase order. So system message says, in case it's not clear, a number of documents will be created automatically for the selected roles. This action is irreversible. Do you want to continue? Yes. So it's a symbol with just about any wizard saying, we're going to create a lot of documents. Are you sure? And say yes. So I don't know, I'm sure if you saw down the bottom, there was a message saying that they were created. If you ever want to see system messages, let's say you had an error or something and it just appeared real quickly, you can always go to Window, System Message Log, and here are your messages. You can expand this window to the full screen. So it said purchase order number 360 was created for vendor 1010. As you saw, both of these are for the 1010 Far East imports. So we can go into purchase order. Should be the last one. So here it is. We're at 500. So I put requests in for 500 both times. So now we created one for 1,000. Of course, there's no price on there, but that's not helpful. So after I'm done, I just click OK, and that's it. So that's the purchase request. Again, that's fairly new. I believe it's new as of 9.0. And inventory requests, inventory transfer requests, is under the inventory module, under inventory transactions, and down right below goods issue is inventory transfer requests, and it works similar to the purchase request, although business partner is not required because it could be from warehouse to warehouse. So over here you have from warehouse, so in this case it's 01 is the default, so that would probably be where everything is. Here to warehouse, we'll change that. So let's say I want to send something to 6, so I'm going from warehouse 1 to warehouse 6. And I can add my items here. So let's say this bubble pack here with 11,000. So I'm going to bring that. So I'm going to request that they send 5,000 of them. So if you wanted to attach, again, you could attach a sales order if you wanted to for proof that this is why you need it sent. Now I can just do an add. And that's it. So there could be times where somebody does a purchase request to their warehouse person, and the warehouse person says, well, the other warehouse has plenty of those. So they in turn do a inventory transfer request and just cancel the purchase request. So the visibility is similar. You just go under inventory reports. Oops, why am I not seeing it? Let's just go back here. So the inventory transfer request can be copied to an inventory transfer. So we can. So this is the actual transfer of the movement of the product that's created from the other warehouse, and we add it. And there we go. All right. So those are your requests. Again, they're done, just request only. They can be denied, but it's just more communication from departments.